Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into business credit. Using this ebook, How to Build Business Credit to get the perfect Paydex score. Ambitious, right? We'll break down their 6-month plan. Now, we can't promise you'll be swimming in 6 figures of funding like they claim, but we can unpack some interesting strategies. Just remember, always do your own research. Don't take our word as gospel.
Exactly. Think of this deep dive as more like analyzing a roadmap, not like handing you a treasure map. And the ebook really jumps right into it, huh? Tackling business credit head on. They've got this analogy about lending to a friend.
Okay, yeah, borrowing from like good old reliable Bob.
Mhm.
But how does that translate to the actual business world?
It's all about proving your business is reliable, right? Just like Bob.
Yeah.
But instead of judging you on, I don't know, cookies baked or something, lenders look at your business credit. That's where the Paydex score comes in, basically. Their company's financial fingerprint. It's like lenders are looking back at your business's history, how it's handled debt, made payments, all those financial breadcrumbs. The Paydex score is like a snapshot of that, showing lenders how trustworthy you are. And this ebook, they're aiming for a perfect score. Difficult, yeah, but doable if you play your cards right.
No pressure. Right.
Okay.
But seriously, how do you even begin to build that good credit history as a business?
Well, the ebook stresses a strong start, kind of like, building a house. You need that solid foundation. And first up, structure. They're big on forming an LLC, showing you're legit, not just some fly-by-night operation.
So, less weekend side hustle, more official business. Makes sense. But what about a business address? Is a P.O. box good enough?
Not really. Think of it like lenders need a place to send you those loan approvals or, politely decline you. They actually suggest looking beyond the typical shared office spaces, maybe finding a spot that fits your industry. It's about building that credibility right off the bat. But the real workhorse here, that's something called a Net 30 account.
Net 30 sounds kind of technical, but it's not that complicated, right?
Not at all.
Hmm.
Imagine you're ordering office supplies, right? But instead of paying up front, you get 30 days to settle the bill. This isn't just delaying the inevitable, though. It's about establishing a positive payment history. Each on-time payment gets reported, showing lenders you're responsible with their money.
So Net 30 accounts are like the first step on your business credit ladder. And speaking of steps, the ebook gives you some starting points, yeah.
Right. They mention companies like Quill, Uline, MSC Industrial Supplies, Granger, a good mix there. What's interesting is these companies, they cover a lot of bases. Doesn't matter if you're buying printer paper or like industrial grade equipment, right? You're building credit while making necessary purchases.
Need more staples. Building credit. New label maker. Credit score boost. So it's strategic spending, not just going on a shopping spree.
Yeah.
But how much should you spend at the start?
That's the thing. You don't want to go crazy. It's not about maxing out your credit on day one. The ebook actually advises against that. Instead, make smaller purchases across your vendor accounts. Think of it like dipping your toes in the credit pool, not doing a cannonball. You want to show you're actively using the accounts, but more importantly, paying them on time, consistently.
Small steps, consistent payments, got it. But running a business, that gets hectic. How do you stay on top of it all and not miss those crucial payments?
Discipline, my friend. Set reminders on your phone. Use calendar alerts, whatever works for you. Missing a personal loan payment can hurt, right? Well, late business payments. Same deal. They can really set you back. Yeah, it's all about expanding your credit horizons. Month 2, they bring in some more familiar names, Staples, Office Max, those kinds of places. It's showing you can handle different types of credit, not just stuck with one thing.
So you're not just a stationary enthusiast, you're branching out. Although month 2 does throw a bit of a curveball, doesn't it? Something about Net 55.
Ah, yes. The extended payment terms. This is where Newegg comes in, offering a Net 55 account. Imagine having almost 2 months to pay for those purchases. Pretty handy for managing cash flow, especially early on.
I can see that. And they don't mess around, suggesting you go for a $10,000 credit limit right away. Bold move.
It is bold, but it plays into that whole demonstrating creditworthiness thing. Having that higher limit and using it responsibly can really boost your Paydex score.
Right. It's not about spending it all, but showing you can if you need to. But with all this credit activity, it's easy to get lost, right? How do you even keep track?
That's why month 2 also stresses monitoring your business credit reports. It's like checking your financial GPS, making sure you're on course.
So where do you even check that business GPS? Asking for a friend.
They recommend both Duns and Bradstreet and nav.com. D&B, that's the big dog for business credit. Nav.com's a bit more user-friendly, though. Tracks both personal A&D business credit, which is handy.
So it's like checking your speedometer and your fuel gauge at the same time. Speaking of fuel, month 3 takes a bit of a left turn. It's all about fuel cards and how they can actually help build credit.
Yeah, it seems weird at first, but think about it. Many fuel card companies, they report your payment history, just like any other creditor. So while you're out there doing business, you're also building that credit score.
Talk about killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Any fuel card recommendations from the ebook or just your own experience?
They mentioned Shell, BP, ExxonMobil, Phillips 66, all decent options, but like always, compare those fees, interest rates, see what perks they offer.
Right, because some have rewards programs, cash back, all that good stuff. It's about finding what fits your business. Before we get too excited about free gas, though, month 4 brings us back down to earth with a reminder.
Exactly. Month 4 is all about patience and consistency. It's a marathon, not a sprint, right? The ebook, they really hammer home that point. This takes time. It takes discipline. Steadily build that positive payment history. Don't rush the process.
So no get-rich-quick schemes when it comes to business credit.
Not really, no. It's like, I don't know, tending a garden. You need that consistent care. Got to be patient to see the fruits of your labor. They even caution against just applying for every credit card offer that comes your way. Quality over quantity, my friend.
Okay, so patience, consistency, and avoiding those shiny credit card offers. Got it. What exciting adventures await in the final months of this business credit odyssey? All right, we're back. Final stretch of our business credit deep dive. Months 5, 6, 7 feels like we're rounding the final bend here. What's the game plan as we approach the finish line?
Well, the ebook takes a bit of an interesting turn. They suggest looking into aviation credit cards.
Aviation credit cards. Like if you're a frequent flyer, you can earn miles while building credit. Almost sounds too good to be true.
That's the idea. It's about using those business expenses to your advantage. But just like any financial decision, you gotta do your research. Read the fine print, compare those fees, and make sure it really fits how you use credit and how often you travel. Don't get blinded by those miles if it means ending up in debt.
Right, because a ton of miles doesn't help if you're drowning in credit card bills. So, we've got our heads in the clouds with aviation cards, but month 6 brings us back down to earth. Focus on those high-limit business credit cards. That feels like a big step.
It is a big step, and this is where all that hard work you put in those earlier months pays off. Remember how we talked about building that strong foundation? Now lenders are looking for a solid track record. They want to see you can handle a higher credit limit without going overboard.
So it's not just about getting access to more credit, it's proving you can use it responsibly.
Exactly. The ebook even suggests going for cards like the Advanta Platinum Business Card, American Express Gold, or Platinum, maybe even the Capital One Business Platinum. All solid cards, potentially high limits. It's like moving up to the big leagues.
Okay, you're in the big leagues now. What's the final power play in month 7?
Month 7. It's time to leverage that hard-earned credit worthiness and look into business loans. The ebook mentions options like Navy Federal, PenFed, even the Small Business Administration, the SBA.
Especially those SBA loans, I've heard they're not easy to get. What's the ebook's advice for navigating that?
Preparation is key. And a rock-solid business plan. Lenders want to see you've thought this through, that your business has a clear direction, and you understand your financials. Remember all that record-keeping we talked about?
Right.
Yeah, this is where it becomes really important.
So it's not just about having good credit, but a well-organized, well-documented business that lenders believe in.
Nailed it. It's got to be a compelling case for why your business is a good investment. And that, my friend, brings us to the end of our 6-month business credit building journey, at least according to this ebook.
Wow, what a ride. We covered it all. Net 30 accounts, fuel cards, even aviation miles, and business loans. I feel like I need a nap, and then I need to start my business credit journey.
And that's the thing, this ebook, it's a framework, not the only all-me-wide path. Every business is different, right? Your journey depends on your industry, how much risk you're comfortable with, your financial goals. Don't be afraid to adapt. Talk to mentors, get advice, forge your own path to success.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So as you start your own credit building adventure, remember what we always say. Knowledge is power. The more you understand about business credit, the better decisions you'll make for your business. And hey, maybe you'll find alternative strategies that work even better for you. That's something to think about as you navigate the exciting world of business finance.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.